Well, good evening, and welcome to Leading Ladies Leaving Legacies. I am Joy Ruffin. I work as a leadership and style consultant, a signature style specialist, speaker, executive producer, TV host, and podcaster. And every Wednesday night, I bring to you a featured guest speaker that I get excited about because I love the work that they're doing. And I'm all about love men, but I'm all about female empowerment. And that's what we bring to you each and every Wednesday night. I'm not sure if it's good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, but wherever you are, welcome. Welcome to Leading Ladies. I want you to just relax, whatever that is for you. Sit back and take in this fabulous lady that I'm going to present to you tonight, because we're going to be talking about something that's dear to my heart, and I'm willing to bet to yours as well. Our featured guest speaker tonight is Joanna Tress. She is a creative coach, singer, songwriter, oh my goodness, actress, and musician based in Orlando, Florida. I'm here in Florida too. And let me tell you, I love the work that she's doing. She says she's going to share a lot with us tonight, but she says that we have to use our self-expression with love and confidence. And that's what she's going to help us in getting to know and get involved with tonight. So sit back, my friends, grab whatever makes you comfortable, and help me welcome our featured guest speaker tonight, Joanna Tress. Joanna, welcome.
Hello, hello.
I love that. Hello, hello. You are glowing, my friend. I'm honored to have you here because your work, I say this every week, but I don't brown nose. I don't sugarcoat. I don't tap dance around. I love the work that you're doing. So give us a little bit about your background.
Yes, well, Joy, I am so delighted to be here and just to talk to the folks that you connect with every week. Yes, my background is that I was raised in New Jersey, stone's throw away from New York City, where there's Broadway, there's entertainment. I had classmates who ended up on Broadway and movies and TV. And so it was possible if I pursued that path, triple threat, sing, dance, act, and also create. But that's not the path that I chose. I've dabbled with it. So I'll do a little show here, a little concert there, be with the band, be with the community theater production here, there, and everywhere, sing, but not full time as
Uh-huh.
my passion career, my true purpose. But the world is changing, so am I. I'm older and wiser, and I'm ready to fulfill that and to just share love and light with everyone to open up their
What a
creativity.
What a great opening. Thank you for that. I think I shared with you earlier that my first love as a very young teeny tot was the entertainment industry. So the actresses and the singers and the dancers and all of that just warmed my heart. So when I met you at the fabulous Laws of Life Summit there, I said, I have to meet this lady. And here we are. I love the way you express what you do and how you came into it and what you're all about. You gave me so many salient points, and I want to cover as many as I can. So, how do we recognize the native creative that we were born to be and to have? How do we get to that?
To do that, you have to sit back and unplug from all this adulting that's going on. You have to quiet your mind for a moment, that chatter that's always going on, the judging and criticism that you're having, and I've got to be there, do this, be that. No, if you take a moment, breathe,
Yes.
pause, see yourself with the pictures that you've seen of yourself 3, 4, 5 years old, that precious, innocent, magnificent little creature, fascinating, curious, wants to get into everything, full of love and true abundance. Just picture that in your mind. See
Mm.
yourself. Remember how you were loved and you were interested in so many amazing things, and you would pretend and use your imagination. That's what helps you to get in touch with the native creative. It's to unplug and reflect. And I create an environment to facilitate that in people.
Joanna, I love that. I love that because what happens to too many of us until we began to have our awakening, whenever that comes, is that we don't dabble enough and explore enough. and quest and question enough. We reside in knowing and settling in and residing, and we don't have the fun that's given to us. That childhood curiosity needs to stay with us no matter what generation or age we're in. So I love that. And that sit back and relax and quiet meditation works for everyone. How did you come to that? Did you always have that? Or was there a point in your life where you knew that you had to kind of sit back and take it all in and relax and soothe that high energy that's within you?
Well, basically, it never left me. So what's
Yes,
funny is, so like, when you were a little girl, let's think about Shirley Temple
yes,
dancing and singing. I played the flute, the piano, was active in school in the performing arts. And the older I got, when I got married, had kids, moved to the South, um, no matter what I was going through, no matter what career path that I was on, I have a background in sales, customer service, and things, and media. Um, no matter what I was doing, though, I always came back like a compass that always points true north. True
uh,
north for me is my life is a Broadway musical. That's true north for me. But I wasn't living fully in alignment with that. So it was always there. And I just got to the point life is short. It's time to make some things happen now.
well, you know what? You spoke to something that's crucial for anyone who wants to birth their creativity, and that is experimentation. And the more variety that you can get in, and you don't have to master it, but learn the keys and the secret to a lot of different things, the more you're going to be able to tap into your positive energy that's going to feed the seeds of the ideas that you have for what you want to do. So let's talk about how you do that. How does one tap into positive energy? You've already shared a little bit about that with us so that it can feed that seed that wants to birth in you.
Yeah, so it all starts with a story. Because you
Ah,
see, every ballet, every play, every book, of course, every song, every piece of art, visual art, is rooted in a story. It might be a story that can be compiled in just one word. So
yes.
when you stop and reflect, well, what's the story that I want to tell? What's the emotion that I feel right now that is going to create a story? So being in touch and allowing yourself to reflect, and just, where does that story go? You're inspired, we have inspiration. So when we just decide that we're going to engage all of our senses, we're going to be mindful. That's why I call it five dimensional, our five
Yeah,
senses.
yes,
We can,
yes.
physical senses, but then
Right.
also we have extra senses in our mind as well. And when we choose that story, it all starts with that story as that seed. And then the ideas can come with how we're going to share it.
Oh
So
my
that's,
goodness.
yeah, it starts with a story, and a lot of times based on a feeling.
Okay. That was beyond because you said it starts with a story. Why, and don't we all know somewhat why storytelling and whatever you're doing is so major prime? Because it does have the feelings and the emotions that people can connect with, right? The feelings. But what we all have to learn, and especially those who are in the arena that you're dancing in, and me too, somewhat, we have to learn to manage, but not completely control the emotional feelings that we have where we know that we're making the impact with the people who are tuning in. I think that's great. How do we explore? And this is good because I know, by the way, how do we explore the possibilities of sharing our art with others? You touched on it a wee bit, but while and before you do that, Joanna, share with us what you do. You create and do all of this for you and for all the people who getting to know you, who come to share with you. You are your own ensemble. So share with us a little bit about that.
Thank you so much. So I do have a one woman show that's being developed into a full musical theater production, where I created a character that really is an amalgamation of several people in my family, going back, in history. The names, some of the names are family names, the places, the careers, etc. So with that, I put the songs together. Some of the songs have been in my head for like 30 years. I have plenty of songs in my head. Get the three-piece band, just get a bass, piano, drums. We come together because it's a one-woman show. I don't have to worry too much about preparing a script for everyone. You know, I can let it flow and link the songs together. So that's the one piece. Um, so I am a performer, active. I just did a barbershop gig, barbershop talk and some entertainment and dessert,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's one aspect. But then, of course, I want to facilitate the dreams of others, the hopes, the dreams, the aspirations, the fantasies of what we've always wanted to be. Maybe may have sidetracked it. So I want to facilitate that. So when I have my events
Uh-huh.
on Zoom at no cost, so we can play together and experiment, trying on for size, this,
Yes,
writing
yes, yes,
down
yes.
ideas, canoodling, working them out and seeing, well, what does that look like? And is it possible? And then I'm here to show individuals that it is possible to share that story in some form or fashion, working with who they are right now and what they are now, just developing that.
I love that. I love that. And I like that word canoodling. Canoodling is good. That's fun. Let's do a little canoodling. I think oftentimes for so many of us, never all, we lose that fun of getting involved and allowing our creativity to flow. And this is what you're offering people. Now, this is a question that's somewhat loaded, but you can answer it. This I know for sure. The men and women who come to you predominantly, are they, is that creativity completely blocked? And if not, how do you support people to unveil and open up themselves to the creativity that's just waiting there, just
But first
waiting?
of all, oh, thank you. Yes, it's creating a sacred space,
Yes,
a
yes, yes,
sacred
yes.
space that's a
Right.
judgment free zone when we're here in community. So when we come together and I share the purpose of why we're here, sometimes I have slides, sometimes I don't. Sometimes we do certain exercises to get the vibrations up. It has to do with clapping,
Right.
snapping,
Yeah, yeah.
laughing, ha 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 ha. Some games, word association, whatever it is to get those juices flowing. But we have that camaraderie in that community, and it's a judgment-free zone. People are afraid of that. People are going to make fun of them or ridicule them, or they're not good enough or
Mhm,
not talented
mhm,
enough. But when we come together as friends and share and play together, you should see people open up.
I
And
can
at
imagine.
the end, we usually have a sing along, play along, dance along. And you should see when people just let it go and let it flow. You don't always have to. You can sit back and just watch if you want. But for those who are ready to say yes to what they want to express, it's there for to do whatever you are moved to do in that space, whatever you're inspired to do that you want to bring into other aspects of your life as well.
Well, those who are ready to blossom, and everybody blossoms and births whatever that creativity is within them in a different way. But what you said that's so crucial and elementary, really the beginning seed for anyone with a high level of creativity, and most everyone has it. Not many people can develop it for all the different reasons. And the main reason, mainly, is because of the judgmental. Nobody wants to be judged. Even if it's judged in a good way or if it's critical or negative criticism, nobody wants to deal with that. But if you allow people to just be and flow into what's there, then they can see and feel the love that's there. Because it's all about truth, love, and beauty, no matter how you dice and slice it up. So that in itself is wonderful. I think the work that you're doing is phenomenal because I've always believed this truth, love, and beauty and creativity. I think they're all aligned. And once you begin to go inside and develop that within yourself, you can see it, feel it in other people, even when they can't see it themselves. And you help them to see that, to feel that.
Absolutely. And there's a collaborative and interactive layer. Because remember, adults learn and engage differently than children. So it's
Exactly.
not pedantic like we're in school and this is what
Yes.
we're going to do. La 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 la. Follow me, etc. No, it's a conversation. It's a
Yes. Yes.
conversation because the other individual, they have so much to contribute to this. So it's
Yes.
collaborative. We're integrating ideas. We're doing a yes, what I like about that idea is this, and how about try that? Oh, maybe not. Okay, that's cool. But people get to contribute what they would like to. And again, by being interactive and collaborative, you should see the sparks fly, the
Oh,
ideas, the creativity
mm,
just popping. Oh, yes, how about that?
yeah,
That. And people feel so good just to share and know they're in the room with like minded and like
yeah,
hearted people who want to explore
absolutely.
artistic and creative things.
Yeah. Well, it's really all about, and you reach a certain stage in life, no matter what generation you're in, you really begin to embrace being able to collaborate. Because no matter how gifted, talent, and all the other adjectives that you can use, you are, we all need each other. And the thing that you mentioned is the collaborative element that you bring to the table. They're free. It's a sacred space. It's a safe space, so they can allow themselves to birth whatever is there. Because I do believe, and I know you do without even asking you, that everyone is creative. But how is that going to show up in real life? Let me take a quick little reset here. Corilla's going to put you in the green room, and I'm going to be back with you in a moment. And you spoke to it a wee bit, but we're going to come back and talk about a supportive community, which is what you're birthing, what you're building. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back with you in a second. Creativity, creativity. What can you say? Everyone is creative. It's just finding it, exploring it, and being honest with yourself and blossoming to allow it to open. That said, I want you to blossom in my Facebook group, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. You need to go and join this group because there's such a fabulous group of women there. And all of these women, your assignment, I love homework, is to meet and greet your pace, your timing, each and every one of them. Connect with those who will be able to collaborate with you, that you can join and connect with and build and birth something together. That's what building a community is all about. And that's what we are doing here. So make sure you go there and join the group. And the other thing that I have for you ties into what Joanna is sharing with us tonight, creativity. If you have any question marks, any nagging thoughts here about, I'm not sure, here's something that will allow you to birth that creativity that's already there, just waiting to be awakened. Take a snapshot or a screenshot and go and get your freebie, and it will give you all the data and information that you need. And it's a lot that I could share with you, but I want you to do the exploring and the research for yourself. I can only share with you this high end, top of the line, the best of the best. That's what I always offer you. And when you go here, you'll see that no matter what your religious or spiritual belief might be. So, my friends, go there and see. And then towards the end here, Joanna has something she's going to offer you. We're going to leave it up here for a brief second, but it's an online via Zoom. She'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end. Now I'm going back to Joanna because I want to hear a little bit more about community, because community is what it's all about. And Joanna, I know you know this, and many in the audience know this as well. We are entering a whole new era of life here on this planet Earth. And that means that we're becoming more community involved and minded, collaboration, because that's what's needed, sharing. So share with us a little bit about how you are birthing and building the supportive community that you're about, so that you can accomplish any, every, and all things that you desire.
Basically, in every space that I show up in,
Yes.
networking events, community events, performances, etc., I'm just always having my feelers out. I'm always looking and just sensing, who and attracting really to myself just by being myself, someone who's like that. It happens. It's amazing when you bring your authentic and complete self, unapologetically, you're sincere, genuine. I love people. I step into that space, I just shine. And then I am one at a time, slowly but surely, gathering these individuals who see value in my events. And then together, we help each other go to the next level and the next and the next and the next. So all I could say is show up, be true to yourself, and be open to someone who is going to um, share this value on an emphasis on being creative, on being artistic, being true to yourself, not hiding it. Um, Someone who's just ready to shine so that we can keep each other polished up.
I love that. Shine. Get ready to shine and to polish each other up. Oh, I love that. I'm taking that. But listen, you mentioned something here that everyone seeks. We all look for it in different ways. You want the value and the benefits that you're bringing to the table to be instrumental and valuable to the people that you're there to serve and to work with. And you can only do that when you show up and you are your genuine, real, true who you are. But here's the question for you. Now, again, it's loaded, but I'm not politically correct. I don't go there anymore. I used to. A lot of people, I'm sure, come to you, and it's not a negative, it's not a dig, but this know thyself is where we're headed, Joanna. This is where we all have to get to. You came to yours earlier, I came to mine later in life, but don't you meet and you see, and it's not a dig because we all have been there and we're in the process of scaling, who don't really know who they are. They don't have a clue. So, how do you support someone like that who knows that they need to be with you, to learn and to gather with you, but they don't know? How do you support them to get to know that inner seed of the brilliance of beauty and the truth and love that's within them?
It's through experimentation. You have to
Experimentation.
try a particular modality and then see what happens. So, like, I have, one friend, we're going to go to the ballet together.
Ah,
Both of us were in tears at the end for two different reasons. It was actually a ballet production of A Streetcar Named Desire. The only word that was spoken the entire what was Stella, wow.
I
Everything else, no words. And it told the story better than the movie and the play. And we were both moved for different reasons. We observed it, we took it in together, and then we discussed it. And then
remember.
both of us transcended another level. So it's experiences. See what moves you. Be open to trying new things. I deal with Timucua Arts Foundation. I volunteer there and usher a variety of types of musical acts and more. Winter
Yes.
Park Playhouse, I've been there as well. So the point is, just try some things, whether it's the writing, the drawing, and I help to guide people with those questions to see,
Yes.
well, is this it? And that's what it is. When you have a friend, that the community, so you have friends that will help you to guide, ask the right questions. Oh, I see. Yes, that's what friends are for.
Joanna, I love your description. It was so graphic and it resonated, I'm sure, and it will with everyone. You and your friend went to the ballet and there were no words but one, but yet the beauty of that came through. Truth, love, and beauty is what everyone seeks. So through experimentation, you help them to get to that, to see the beauty and to value and appreciate the beauty in everything. That's what it's all about. I love that. I love that. Now, you're a coach, and you say a coach is the best friend who can bring out the best in you. You've already given us some graphic descriptions of how that happens. I think this is why the entertainment industry is so popular because everyone kind of hungers and covets and desires what they see on the screen, and they want some of that to be within them. So, as a coach and a best friend, what are some of the other things you shared a lot with us already that you're offering to those so that they can begin to see their light, so they can shine, so they can get to their creativity and blossom into what and who they're here to be? Share with us that.
Okay, great. So it starts with a conversation,
Yes.
and I'm asking those questions and seeing, we're talking about stories, the stories that make us who we are. And we usually have some level of interest, some leaning
Yes.
towards one thing or another. So
Hmm.
that's the starting point. And then we build on that. So, and then we create a plan, we create a blueprint. So for one person, it's a PhD of education in New York City, and she's working on her second book. That's completely different than the first one. That's going to be a fresh concept. So, and what do we do? So we had to devise a plan on how to do that. First, let's get a Google Doc open, because you'd have notes here, notes there, notes everywhere. Let's combine them in one place. and
Uh-huh.
it's in the cloud. You don't have to worry about hardware losing it, right? So we step by, okay, the daily discipline. Oh, you ride the train. This is New York, of course. You're on the train. Open your phone, get into Google, type those ideas right there.
Yeah.
And we at the same time, personal development. We're developing the mind by reading something empowering together to get deep, to uncover the things that block. So it's a combination of mindset, and then there's a daily accountability. You get a text message every morning with a meme, something, something that
Yay.
gets you going, stimulate you. So it's the daily accountability, it's having a plan, it's breaking it down one step at a time, it's
Uh-huh.
meeting together on Zoom or in person, just to be with each other and relate and keep the progress going, because we're going for results. When you get a
Yes.
result, you finish something, you know how wonderful you feel.
Yes. And Joanna, you mentioned a word here that all of us, no matter what the generation is, I say this all the time, personal development, it never ends. It's like the journey of life. So we're always getting more and more into developing ourselves, know thyself, love thyself, and all of that. You know, your work you're doing is stupendous. I celebrate you and applaud you, getting to know you, but I know the energy that it takes. That's another key word for you, energy.
Yeah.
You're glowing all over the place because you love what you're doing and it shows. Now, share with us a little bit before Kirill puts up the banner, just not yet. Tell us about your free 2 hour, 5 dimensional creative expression workshop that you do. Share with us a little bit about that. And then midway there, Kirill is going to put up that banner because I want everyone to know and connect and relay what you do to others.
Thank you. Yes. So this is really a celebration of
Yes, I love that.
creativity. It's like a party atmosphere because we all have ideas. And so when we do when we are, I don't want to say working together or exercising, that's why I call it a play shop, because
Yes.
workshop, work, exercise. No. So let's play games. Okay. That bring up the energy. Okay. That is what feeds the creativity. So think about when people are running, they get a jogger's high. That blood
Yes.
is pumping, flowing, and ready. So we do things to get us into the flow of bringing these ideas into life. So then we have a plan. I have a 5-step system. Boop, 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 boop. You see? And we actually develop the idea together, each of us. And then if you want to share it, go ahead, share. Let's get some ideas. That's where the collaboration. And then also, we're going to take some time onto what it takes to be the person that you need to be to create, then do the things that need to be done to achieve that so that you can have the satisfaction, the fulfillment, the happiness, the joy, the pleasure, the freedom. You see, whatever that is that you seek. So we take the time with the be, do, have, and filling in the blanks. And I mix it up, it's
Joanna.
different every time.
Joanna, I love your energy. I love your zest for what you bring to the table here. And each and every week when I come here to interview fabulous people, men and women, but predominantly women, I am taken away and blown away. And I always walk away with something that I learned. I'm taking this from you. I love workshop. No, play shop. Let's have fun. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about. It's always the simple little things, the devil's in the details that you overlook. I love play shop. Now, Carilla's going to put up your banner, and I want you to talk a wee bit about that. I think you kind of spoke to it, but she's going to put up your creative, energizing play. Tell us a little bit more about it. I think it's coming up here. Okay,
Thank
talk.
you. Yes, yes. Next Saturday, sensational second Saturday of September.
Yay!
And by having it in the morning on a Saturday morning, so that then you can move on with the rest of your day. Let's start the day together, embodying that creativity. Let's feel it in our body. Let's feel it in our mind. Let's feel it in our heart. And let's see if we could start with an idea that's this big, and by the end of our play shop, whoa, you're ready to share it with the world because we celebrated it with you and you got to fill it out, flesh it out more, and bring it to life in that environment.
I love that. I love that. Joanna, thank you so much. The time flies here. I say the same darn thing every week because it goes much too quick. You are a delight. You are authentic. I love your energy and your zest for life and what you're doing. We must do this again and again. Carilla's going to put you in the green room. I say so long for now, and thank you, thank
Wow.
you, thank you.
Thank you,
Wow.
Joy.
Oh, you're welcome. My friends, what can I say to you? The time flies here because we always have these dynamic, absolutely powerful women who come to share with you. This lady, it would be to your regret to not connect with her. Find a way to connect with her because she's absolutely all that you saw and you felt right here in this box. And I can't wait to see you again and soon. Until we meet again, much, much love from my heart to your heart. You be and stay well and look after you first so that you can look after so many others, which is what Joanne shared with us tonight. Joanna Tress. Remember that name. I bid you so long for now. Good night. Much love. All the best. Cheers.